r/AskReddit, what's the creepiest thing a member of your family has ever said? Why is he allowed near your family? And do you need a shovel? Honestly, one of my parents sat me down when I was about 5 and told me I was their punishment from God. They did not know what they did so bad to deserve me, but they accepted I was their punishment. Never got over it. Haunts me to this day. Do you still have a relationship with them? Do you have siblings, and if so, how do they treat them? My sperm donor father. Don't tell anyone about this or I'll put you in a black hole and you'll never see mommy again. This was how he kept me quiet about his sexual abuse. He spent 6 years in prison for it after I got the courage to tell my mother. I hope he rots in hell. Welcome to the appalling Uncle Olympics. Unklympics. My alcoholic uncle at my 12th birthday party, you grew up real nice. If we're ever alone I'll take it as a yes. I had no clue what he meant until I was older. Did you ever tell your parents he said this? My grandpa asked me if I was going to breastfeed when I was pregnant. I said I was absolutely going to try. He then gave one of my boobs a little jiggle and said with these little things, "Good luck." I was left with my jaw on the floor. I was going through a divorce, I was staying with my sister. I was sleeping on the floor in her spare room. I woke up and she was standing over me with a knife in her hand. She said, "It awakes." I replied, "What? What is going on?" She blinked and turned and walked away. I began to look for a different place to stay after I locked the room's door and stayed up for the rest of the night. She struggles with paranoid schizophrenia. I had trouble breastfeeding in the beginning. My mill said, "Don't worry, it's easy." Then she whipped her top up, lifted her bra, pulled out a boob and started massaging it. I was totally startled. That's very disturbing. Ew. So not okay. My kid looked into the dining room at night, light off, and said, "Who's that guy with the red eyes?" Freaked me the fuck out. Left lights on for weeks after that. We were all gathered around a dinner table. My 1-year-old daughter was sucking on a corn on the cob and my boomer father saw her and said she'll make a man very happy one day. It was quiet for a second and I told him to stop sexualizing my infant child. He quit drinking shortly after that, but I still keep an eye on him and he isn't left alone with my children. I admire your patience. I'm not a mother, but I would have thrown him out. We adopted a baby from China 20 years ago. When I casually mentioned how my husband was in love with her, his uncle said, "Just make sure he doesn't love her too much." This was around when people were still commenting on Woody Allen running off with Mia Farrow's adopted daughter. It was a pretty gross thing to say about a toddler. And my husband. Can't tell if pervert or shitfood humor. I was stretching my ears and my uncle looks at me and says, "You can hook those onto your nipples and use them to hold your boobs up when you're old and saggy. You can always have nice perky tits." What? No shit, I would have ran out of there. Was she aware she was doing this? I'm gonna be honest, it took me a couple seconds to understand what you meant by stretching your ears. I was picturing like, I don't know, you know how we stretch our arms. But with your ears. Which kinda doesn't make any sense at all, LMAO. Once my uncle whispered at a family dinner, "I can see your aura, and it's pulsing with energy." Needless to say, we all nervously chuckled while he stared into the distance. Sounds like uncle dropped acid before dinner. My mom has always been big into sci-fi/fantasy books. We went to a family reunion for my dad's side of the family, and she was reading to pass the time and avoid people. A distant relative came up to her and started talking about how the faraway lands in her books were real. They were just in a different dimension. I was babysitting my nephew overnight and he told me there was people on the stairs. Every horror movie has taught me to trust that child and leave the house immediately, LOL. Time to head to Pizza Planet. We had twin daughters. He said call me when they are 18. No. Most creepy thing I have ever heard. Who said that? When I was in 8th grade or maybe a freshman in high school, 13 to 14, my grandparents came over for the small family party following my confirmation and my grandfather got a little drunk. As they were leaving, my grandpa shouted out the window of the car that I was looking better and better every year. With that sort of infection. Fundamentally changed my relationship with and view of him forever. My little sister, toddler at the time, needed to have a small surgery. They were at the check-in with the doctor and she was playing with toys. During a break in the adults' conversation, they heard my sister have one doll say to the other, "This is my dad. He hits me all the time." My dad did not hit us. The doctor had to ask a few very awkward questions to get it sorted. I don't blame you. How did your parents react? We used to be close once, Can we be close again? As he groped my boobs, holding my baby sister. Words from my grandfather 10 years after, he sexually assaulted me. He sad me from ages 9 to 12. OMG, I am so sorry. Is this fucker dead yet? I hope you've managed to process this over the years. My half-older brother is about 25 years older than me, and obviously, we didn't grow up together. Never were close. But he once sent me a FB message to share a fond memory with me. Apparently when I was 3 to 4 I had a dress with matching bloomers to cover my diaper. He said I'd laugh and giggle, looking at him while rolling around as if I wanted him to look at my bloomers in that fashion. I blocked him and never looked back. I feel gross just typing this. What a giant creep. I had an uncle buy me silk underwear for my 16th birthday, and when I opened it said you should try it on right now. My grandfather cared for his handicapped daughter after she was hit by a drunk driver at 21. When he was super old he said something like he deserves some sort of award/accolade for never sexually abusing her. Excuse me, what? WTF is wrong with people? My grandfather told me not to dance at a wedding because I might tempt the men. I was 13. When I was about 3 we had a cat that had stillborn kittens. I asked my father if we could make crosses for them, which he did. As he was making them I asked, "Aren't those too small?" "Dad, what do you mean?" "Me, aren't we going to nail them to them?" "Dad," after several moments silence, "we're not going to do that." "Me, oh. If not you, what was happening at your friends' houses?" Oh my. I bet he worried for quite a while after that little statement. Deleted. The dad joker in me wants to believe they just left a giant in the attic. Did they have a partner? My true crime riddled brain is hooked. I wouldn't be able to keep myself from searching the attic ASAP. The letter just says psyche. Once at a family birthday party, my Phil told his 15-year-old daughter, "You're the sexiest woman here." When I was 11, I was self-conscious about my chest. My father asked me to show it to him and told me we could do beautiful things together. Please tell me he's out of your life. Way back when my then 3-year-old looked up from playing with whatever he was playing with and kindly informed me that the puppet master controls all the dead children, then went back to their game. One time my father called my vagina my plowed furrow in front of me and my partner. In case you're wondering, no, I don't speak to him anymore. Stepfather asked my cousin if she could give him a BJ. She was maybe 12 or 13 years young. I hope you and all the kids were safe from this pedo. Go back to sleep, there isn't anything under your bed. He's behind you now. Still haven't gotten over that one and shiver at the memory. That would terrify me. When I was 8 I moved to live with my grandma. And, my mom was on court orders to be allowed to visit me once a month. Every time. Until I was 13, that's when I decided to completely stop seeing her and cut her out of my life. She would tell me, "Let me see your boobs." And she would lift up my shirt. Every time. And I didn't wear a bra or anything until I was 13. Cos YK, small LOL. But she always lifted my shirt and checked. Not drinking anything with dinner. They would have dinner, then after dinner someone would bring out a pitcher of water and glasses and they'd sit around a table, all drink their glasses of water without talking, put them down, and walk away. This made me chuckle. How bizarre. Had a cousin who had done 2 deployments to the Middle East and had some real PTSD. During a family dinner he casually stands up, walks to the front window and looks out, it cones back a minute later and says nothing. A minute later he says, "God, I miss killing the enemy." Don't worry, he since has gotten a really good therapist and has gotten good help for his PTSD. As I dad, I am utterly revolted. I'm sorry you had to experience that. Dude would love the Doom series. My uncle once looked me dead in the eyes and said, "I know where all the missing socks go." Still gives me chills thinking about that sock dimension. He knows, I know. You do not. I cannot imagine a world where I have a daughter and ever speak about her vagina, outside of potentially in a medical sense if she's wanting to discuss something. What the fuck? My 33-year-old cousin tried to subtly convince me to have sex with him the night before his wedding when I was 15. When I was 17, I was at my family reunion and on the phone with my boyfriend, and the same cousin grabbed my phone and said, "Why should she go across the street when she can go across the hall?"
Hey guys, it's Reddit Glitch. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. I just wanted to ask you guys to hit the subscribe button because according to my statistics, 98.8% of my viewers are not subscribed, which I think you should subscribe because it's free and we're going to have a lot more bangers in the future, so subscribe. Again, thanks for watching. Bye.